Hi everyone, it's Nancy back with another process video. I'm using the Alison Kreft recorded collection pack. So here I am just going through my papers that I had. I've decided to use this one, which is a grey sort of number. It's kind of like a film sort of countdown one, and I'm scrapping some photos from the Warner Brother studio tour that we went on, where we saw them actually doing some filming. I can't for the life of me remember what the film was called. It had Jim Carrey in. I'll look that up. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that paper down, and I'm just sort of cutting round towards the top of the number, so I keep the sort of number in, and I'm mounting it on the Teresa Collins paper. It's the one with the elephants on the background that I said I'd never use. So rather than keeping it in my stash, I've decided that I'm gonna actually use it as a layout. So I'm just cutting my photos down, and they're going to be 4x4. So the film was, I've just looked up on my phone, it's the Incredible Burt Wonderstone. So it had like lots of, I think it had Steve Carell as well. So yeah, we saw them filming that on the day that we went there, because we done the VIP tour, so we got to go sort of round some of the sets. We went into the 2.5 Men studio where they record that, and we looked around. I believe it's called the Dixie Girl. I don't know if it's over here in the UK, but we looked around that set there, and we saw, I'd say, this being filmed. And I saw some of the sets for The Mentalist, which, as you'll know from a previous layout, I was quite excited about because, you know, Simon Baker had been there. So yeah, anyway, I'm completely not talking about the layout, I do apologise. So yeah, I've just layered it over another piece of the photos are on just a bit of coral cardstock, which was from a Scraptastic kit, I believe. Then I've picked up a bit of that bokeh sort of confetti paper, again, which is from this line, which is what I gutted from the back of another piece, another layout I done. So I've used one of the cut apart sheets. I'm now going through my doily stash. Lots of people ask where I get my doilies from. They're from the Do Crafts Paper Mania manufacturer, which is available here over in the UK. I don't know if it's available over in the States, but they do every time they release a new collection, they do like a coordinating doily pack. So these are, the one I'm using here is the same one that I had in my giveaway. So that was the monochromatic pack. Then at Christmas they done sort of the reds and the greens. Then they done kind of like a baby sort of collection, which was pale blues and pinks and yellows. And then I've got the white ones as well. So yeah, I'm not sure if they are available over in the States, so I do apologise if people keep seeing them. I would have thought they probably would be, because it's very rare for us guys over in the UK to get stuff that you guys don't. So they might actually be, I think they're technically more of like a card making supply, so I don't know if you wanted to sort of just check that out. I'm just laying up more here. This is I actually cut it to use the turquoise side, but end up turning it over, and this is a small design which is like arrows and hearts. And I really liked that, so that actually ended up creating a back layer. And there I am just using one of the border strips from my previous layout. So I'm just cutting that down because it's not going to show, so that will just add another layer up into that top corner. Here I am just taking my scraps bin that sits in front of me. This is where I kind of just like chuck bits as I'm making layouts. So I'm just pulling different bits and pieces out here, cutting another bit of that camera paper up. That's a bit of Dear Lizzie paper, some vellum. That's a bit of old thickers. There's some, you know, so different things just are all kept in here. There's quite a few Christmassy bits in there at the moment. So that's what just sits in front of me on my desk. I'm thinking I might just do a video to kind of show my scrapping space. It is really small, but it might kind of give you an idea of where I'm sort of filming videos and stuff, but it's so tiny. But yeah, I might do a video of that showing it in a couple of weeks. So here I am just cutting up a piece of that Lizzie paper. That's just going to add another layer behind the photos. I just felt that because I put that darker grey, I just needed a bit of a darker colour. So yeah, I'm actually really liking this paper collection. I don't know why it's kind of just sat there and being ignored. I've also got two of the Glitz paper collection pads. I signed up for Chamel's class, which is it's her new one, but it's like more sort of video based, and it's about sort of, you know, killing a kit, how to use a kit. If you signed up early, you also got access to one of her True Scrap classes. So I've watched a couple of those videos, and she's actually using a Glitz design paper pack, so I might actually get that out and do some sort of kit videos with it. But as I said, I've been inspired by one of the other members on the Nicole Jones 911 Facebook group. So that's why I'm getting this one out and trying to sort of use up this paper collection. I think I'll probably end up just cutting up some of the cut apart sheets, and they'll just go with my Project Life and stuff. So yeah, just mounting that on that sort of chevron paper. I did consider gutting it, but I just thought, oh no, so just use it, just get it done. As I say, if I ever really desperately wanted that chevron piece of paper, I think I'd probably find one somewhere in my stash. So I'm just trying to like not think about it, just trying to get it down, get it stuck, and just get it done really. So I've just laid over there a little bit of each of the papers and a little bit of vellum. I've also added vellum to the other two layers there. I'm just using that tiny little bit of border strip just to bring that colour up there. I felt just with that sort of corally pink on that little card there, I just needed something to sort of carry that on. As I say, I do like to work in the threes. So these are Dear Lizzie cameras. I've had that piece of paper on my desk, as you know. I've used this on several layouts. I actually was going through my stash, and I must have got that piece of paper in one of my kit clubs, because I have a whole nother sheet of paper, so I think I'm actually going to have to use it as a layout background, so that might be coming up in a future video. I was actually got another email this morning to say that another one of my kits are coming. So my Scraptastic one has been dispatched. Then my Crafty, my Quirky Kits one has been dispatched as well. I've still got my last Scraptastic one sitting in the box. So I did have the idea that I was just going to try and just use everything in that kit and make videos with it, but I don't think I'm going to get around to do that really. So yeah, it's just sitting in a box at the moment. So I'm going to try and get that used up as well. So here I am just adding some ink to each of the clusters. So I'm adding the white ink here, and I managed to get it all over the photo. So I'm just wiping that off. As I say, I just add that into each of the clusters. And then here I go, oh yes, I've got my heat gun. So I'm just using my heat gun to add to dry some of that white. And then I'm using the Rain Beetle mist, which is the one that sort of goes on black but dries with a sort of iridescent, sort of coppery, bronzy colour. So I've just added that to each of the cluster points there. And just drying that. Some of my layers did start to peel up a little bit, so that is the only problem with the heat gun. I do find that these things start to peel up and curl up a little bit. But it does mean I don't have to wait around. So here I am just sticking those little Dear Lizzie cameras down into each of the three clusters. And then I pull out the sticker sheet which came with the collection pack. It's a mixture of labels, and then it's got 2 alphas on it. I've used one of the alphas evidently on something. So now I'm just going through the stickers. Just adding those to each cluster. as I say, I'm sort of just cutting them apart, adding them over. Here I sort of fuss a bit, thinking where shall I put bits. End up adding that grey and turquoise ampersand one up to the top. And then I'm trying to work out if I want to put anything else under these clusters. I don't. I then start deciding I'm going to work on my title. Oh no, I don't. I put some washi tape. This is sort of a clear, sort of transparent sort of washi tape with yellow stars. There's yellow in the sort of arrow and heart grey paper, and there's also yellow in the confetti paper, and I do add some more yellow onto the layout as well. So, yep, I've added that in different points. I think I'm now going to start my title. I'm going to use the grey letters. I decide my title is going to be filming, but I've only got one eye, so I end up cutting a T down. As I say, we actually got sort of told off on our tour. Our tour guide got told off because they were trying to film, and we were kind of going around like on a little sort of milk sort of float thing, kind of like a little golf cart maybe, and it was absolutely chucking it down as well. But we managed to sort of take a couple of sneaky snaps. I didn't actually get any photos of Jim Carrey or Steve Carell, even though, as I say, we did see them. So yeah, it was it was great fun. We didn't expect to actually see a film being filmed when we were there, but even though it sort of chucked it down all day, it was great. It was a real great experience. I'd love to go back again. So hopefully I'll get to go back again and get to see them filming. So I've just pulled out these twine and ink stickers. Again, they've got the yellow border, so they're adding to that. I believe these came in a I think it's probably the Project Life Studio Calico kits. But yeah, they've been in my stash for a while, and I've used quite a few of them. And I actually end up using a sheet of stickers up. Which I'm really happy about. So I think I'm like, yay, it's gone! And I'll chuck that in the bin. So here I am just going through some of my other sticker sheets. Trying to work out. And I then find those twine and ink yellow stars. So it's exactly the same colour yellow. So I actually do end up adding them to the layout as well. So I'm just going through these different stickers. These are the Fancy Pants stickers. I do use a little one off there that says please do not disturb, or please don't disturb, which is I thought was quite appropriate to say, because in the journaling I will talk about the factors that our tour guide got told off, and so it kind of just went well, even though I've moved it around like 3 different places on the layout, but I do settle just layering it over the camera there. I really like those Fancy Pants sticker sheets. I'm pretty new to them. I got those for you in a sale, but it's definitely something I'll look out with again. This is a very old October afternoon sort of flags banner sheet. I've decided I have a real issue using pointy pendant things because I couldn't get them to work, even though they're the perfect colour. And I just never get those ormolu pendants to work either. So I do end up using one of the flags from, I think it's the 9 to 5 October afternoon set. So that's just a little black and white sort of herringbone flag. I just end up layering it under. It just kind of adds another layer. So here I am just looking through the snap word sheet, seeing if any of those go. This is the doodads from the Travel Girl. So I do end up trying those. I do put one on which says must see. So I end up layering that. I kind of hide the speech bubble bit because, to be honest, I'm a little bit over speech bubbles now. So that goes right up in there. These are the asterisks from a sheet. That's all that's left from a sheet, because I actually layered lots of those up and painted over them to create another layout because I really didn't like the font. But I kept those 3 asterisks because I do like to do the 3 clusters. So they were in that big tub in front of where I scrapped. So that's another sheet used up. So this was quite a productive layout in actually using up some of my stash. So I'm just adding the different different size yellow stars in each cluster. So I put one in each cluster. I've then got the ostrich in each cluster. I can't speak. And then I'm adding a small wooden star to each cluster. So that's kind of like my 3 elements in each of those. And I sort of, use the triangle thing, which I think everyone's, is quite aware of from Chamel's videos and other people. So yeah, that's my layout. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Oh no, look, I'm adding some more stars. I actually end up layering the silver stars over the top of the yellow ones, and they're just some basic grey stars. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. So here you can see the final images of the layout. I hope you enjoyed this layout. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. Cheers, bye!